The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to the Business Buzz. My name is Orrett Connor and I'm filling in for Miss Anita Khan this morning. So welcome to the Business Buzz. We continue with another Business Buzz here on Radio Cayman. In this segment, we are going to put the spotlight on the Purple Dragon Cayman Islands as we learn more about the company, the services they provide, and also, most importantly, their upcoming camp as well. So visiting with us this morning, we have Shehan, Mr. Floyd Baptiste, and we will be joined by another person later on. We believe that they may have got caught up in the traffic. Hopefully they will get here and we will hear from them. So I won't call the person's name until they're here. But it is certainly my pleasure to have in the studio with me for the Business Buzz, Shehan, Mr. Floyd Baptiste. Mr. Baptiste, or should I call you Shehan? Good morning. Welcome to the Business Buzz.
Good morning, OC. Thank you for that warm welcome. Good morning to Susan and all your loyal listeners. Good morning.
Okay. First of all, we're going to ask you to share some of the details and the background information, the history of the Purple Dragons and the Purple Dragon Summer Camp.
All right, wonderful. Well, Purple Dragon has been in the Cayman Islands for the last 33 years. It started in 1990, all right, by Shehan Geddes Hislop, who started it. We first started in the Islander building, inside the old World Gym where it used to be. Yes. That building is torn down now. All right, back then we had our studio there. And because we're in the Business Buzz, I want to emphasize one of the reasons why this started. It was to fill a need. Now, being a business here, we cater to classes for the community, and a large portion of our clientele are kids, all right, doing kids karate, helping to keep them fit and so on. But during summer in this community, a lot of people go away for the summer, all right, so our clientele would be cut by half, but our overheads and expenses weren't cut by half. You still have to pay the rent and so on. And a lot of people were looking for, well, what do I do with the kids now that school is out? How do I keep them safe? How do I keep them out of trouble? How do I keep them engaged? And Shehan Geddes, his background, he was actually he had an ecotourism business as well as being a martial arts instructor. And he has a degree, all right, in, I believe it's, what's his degree in again? All right. But he biology, I believe, all right? And he worked for the National Trust for a while. So what he did was combine his martial arts experience, all right, with his knowledge of the island, working for the National Trust, and his love for nature and everything else. And I think he's a wildlife biologist. Yes, that's what he was. That's what he is. All right. And he put that together and created a camp that was quite educational and fun for the kids to help keep them engaged. So this helped to fill that income gap that was created during the summer so that the business could stay open and survive, and help keep the kids safe and engaged during the summer period while keeping them learning and keeping them healthy and teaching them new habits.
And how long that of a period that was in terms of the summertime?
Oh, it changes according to the summer. Like sometimes we have it for 7 weeks, sometimes for 8 weeks. This year, it'll be just for 4 weeks. It'll be a shorter period because of certain things that are taking place, family commitments and so on. So, but we try to host it as long as we can, for the summer. All right. Sometimes, like I say, 7 weeks, sometimes 6 weeks. But it started back in 2002. So it's been going on for about 21 years now. Every year we've had a summer camp, and it is quite popular.
Okay. So can you explain some aspects of the summer camp? You spoke about the fact of how Shehan Heslop combined nature and the arts and everything. Tell us a little bit more about that program.
Okay. All right. Well, our camp, I won't say that it's unique, but I can't speak to many of the other camps, but I can speak to this one. And it has we have a wide variety of things that we do. Like, for example, every week is themed. It's not the same thing every week. So it's not just a karate camp.
Okay.
All right. It's mixed. So like one week we might say it's culture week, and our focus is on the culture, specifically Cayman culture. All right. But also too, we do recognize and try to expose the participants to cultures from all the nationalities that we have here. Another week we'll have Wildlife and Exploration Week, where we focus on the flora and fauna of the Cayman Islands and stuff. Another week might be Anti-Bullying Week, where we talk about anti-bullying strategies. Another week might be Technology Week, Sports and Games Week, Conservation Week. So you see where it goes. All right, so it's always new and exciting every time. All right, so there is, of course, that core basic discipline of the martial arts in there, but it is themed to have a different focus each week.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So let's talk about, well, first of all, let us welcome into the studio with us Miss Sharika McTavish. Did I get that right? Yes?
That's correct.
Sharika McTavish. Welcome to the Business Buzz. And if you may, I'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us your role with the Purple Dragon organization.
Good morning. Thank you for having us this morning. My name is Sharika McTavish. I currently work in the capacity, or my title is receptionist / teaching assistant. So I'm in charge pretty much of the day-to-day clerical and administrative duties at the dojo. As well, along with that, I also help to teach or instruct some of the karate and fitness classes for kids and adults.
Okay. So we're talking about the camp and its offerings now. So we're going to talk a little bit about the ability for people to sign up. How do they go about signing up? We want to talk about where you are actually located as well, because while at the same time you would have your regular clientele, I'm sure that those who may have an interest, we want them to know more about your organization as well. So let's talk a little bit about that.
All right. Well, we are located on Compass Way. That's 76 Compass Way, upstairs the Reliable Industries building. All right, just across from the what's it called now? The media center.
Yes.
All right. Yes. All right, and we're on the second floor. You can get in touch with us. All right, our phone number is 946-1241 to get more information. We also have a website, which is purpledragoncayman.ky, and we are in the process of updating that website. So camp information by the end of this month, you'd be able to register and find out all the camp information on our website, which is purpledragoncayman.ky. You can email us. The email address is also simple, purpledragoncayman@gmail.com. You can find us there too. So feel free to call us, check out our website, or send us an email to get more information about the summer camp or about any of the programs that we offer.
But meanwhile, now that we have this platform here, we want to use this as much as possible to give them information as well, and that. So why don't we do that as well?
Sure. All right. So.
Okay. The camp itself, where it will take place at the location. Any activities off-site as well involved in that?
Oh, most definitely. So the camp starts there. So every morning we have a registration where we would meet there. We would have icebreaker games and some of the basic activities that we do. But each day, when according to the theme that we have for that week, there would be tours or guest speakers that we would go to. Like, for example, we would go to the National Museum, all right, and we'd have tours there. Or we would go beachcombing, all right, or we would go to, what are some of the other places that we would attend while I'm there?
So
Miss
as Shane Floyd mentioned earlier, our camp is given a different theme each week.
Okay.
So the activities for the week will be according or surrounded around the theme. So say, for example, it's Culture Week, as Shane just mentioned. For Culture Week, we'll have tours like taking them to the National Museum, taking them to see Miss Lassie's house, taking them to Pedro Castle, and other historical sites as that. We also do try not to keep them indoors as much. We love to take them outdoors and let them have some what they call unstructured playtime, some free playtime. So we'll take them to various parks as well. Another example of activities that we have, say again, the theme for the week might be sports and games week. So for that week, we'll do stuff like taking them to King's to do some rock climbing or some bowling and stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of it is trying to also keep the kids engaged and let them know what's available to them. Let them experience different things, all right? Because even though, yes, we are karate and we'd like them to be part of the karate program, but somebody might have an interest and we might have a national player for football or for something else. And just exposing them and giving them the opportunity to try some of the things that are available on island is part of what this camp is about.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we want to talk some more about the camp itself. We want to talk about the start dates. How long will the camp run for? We know also that in this day and age, parents are certainly concerned about who's supervising their children. So we want to know about the counselors, what sort of, if you are bringing in new counselors for the summer camp itself, what your vetting process is all about. We want to talk about the age range in terms of who can attend the camp. So many things we want to talk about. I'm not sure if the next half an hour that we will have, we'll be able to cover all of it, but we're going to cover as much as possible because we want to give you that opportunity to paint that picture of the Purple Dragons summer camp so that it can be attractive for those parents who are wondering, what do I do with my youngsters during the summer? Yes, I may decide to take them to Disney World, but I can only afford so much to go there. I can only stay so long. So you would find that in most instances, the major part of the summer probably spent right here in the Cayman Islands as well. And of course, the Purple Dragon Summer Camp is one of the attractions that will be available to them with its varied programs that you have, not just simply the martial arts, but other activities as well. Folks, please stay tuned. The Business Buzz will be back shortly.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great
Can you tell me what does a turtle do on his birthday? He celebrates.
Celebrate your loved one's special birthday with a birthday shout-out live on For the Record with Mr. Orrett Connor, only on Radio Cayman. WhatsApp your loved one's name to 925-3261. That's 925-3261. Radio Cayman's birthday shout-outs live on For the Record with Mr. Orrett Connor every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Brought to you by life insurance agents Michael Webster and Randy Lawson from Cayman Insurance Center. Don't take chances with your family's future.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. My name is Orrett Connor and I'm filling in for Miss Anita Khan, and it is my pleasure to have in the studio with me this morning representatives from the Purple Dragon. We're talking about the Purple Dragon's summer camp. That conversation is taking place with Shean Floyd Baptiste and also with Miss Sharika McTavish. Some of the things that we will be discussing, you've heard so far some background information and the history of the Purple Dragon organization itself in the Cayman Islands, as well as the summer camp. We've heard some about what the camp offers, and we will be talking more about that. How to sign up for the camp as well. Who can join the camp, the location, and of course people will want to know about the costs as well. What campers will need to bring when they come to the camp. You've spoken about what a typical day is going to be like at a camp, and it appears based on what you've said that no one day will mirror the next day. There will always be, something varied, to do as well. And of course, most importantly, why should people choose, or families choose, the Purple Dragon summer camp, over other camps, as well. So, and before we went to the break, I mentioned the fact that, there will be counselors there. Families are very concerned, very particular about who will be supervising their children. What sort of vetting process do you go through with your counselors, or are these people who are normally within the Purple Dragon organization as instructors and stuff that are used for the camp as well? Tell us about that.
Well, most definitely, safety is our number one priority because we deal with children every day. Mm-hmm. Currently, we have 2 senior camp counselors, myself and Ms. Sharika. Mm-hmm. And from time to time, we have junior assistants, and these come from within the organization.
Okay.
Like, for example, this year, we'll be having a young lady that'll be assisting us, and she's been with us for more than 10 years. She's a young black belt, all right, in college, and she will be assisting with the camp. Now, our camp counselors, or senior counselors, are certified through the Darkness to Light program and have been trained. All right, they're also first aid and CPR certified. It's a requirement, it has to be. Mm-hmm. All right. And there are various training programs that we've also gone through, all right, with the Family Resource Center and so on, dealing with conflict and different things. All right. Now, Ms. Sharika can speak a little bit more about the things that we need to bring to the camp and, a little bit more about the day-to-day process.
Sure. Go right ahead, Ms. McTavish.
Thank you, Shan. So, most importantly for campers, we ask that they bring their good behavior and just bring themselves to have fun. As Shan emphasized just now, the main priority for our camp is for our campers all to be safe and also to have fun. None of them really comes to summer camp to be bored. It's summer. Nobody expects to be doing schoolwork, so they expect to come and have a great day, have fun, meet new friends, stuff like that. What they need to bring apart from their good behavior and themselves, they need to bring packed lunches and snacks. Unfortunately, we do not provide lunches and snacks, so they need to bring their own packed lunches and snacks. We have facilities in place if they need to keep anything on the fridge or if they need to have anything reheated. We have facilities in place to do that, and the camp counselors are all able to assist where necessary. Apart from that, another thing for them to bring, and every year we emphasize on this even more, as the days have been getting much warmer, we emphasize the importance for every child or every camper to bring sun protection. And that would include a sun hat or visor, some kind of head covering, their own sunscreen, sunblock, their water bottle, shades if they choose to, and their water bottle, as I just said. A change of clothing, change of clothes. It's not mandatory, but we normally recommend that they bring an extra change of clothes. Now, we did say that every day the camp schedule will change. However, on Fridays, that is the only day that the schedule weekly remains the same. And for returning campers, Fridays is usually one of the most exciting days for them because that's the day designated as Beach and Pizza Day. So, of course, on Beach and Pizza Day, they need to bring their towel, their swim stuff, and again, change of clothing. On days when we will have excursions, like, say, for example, beachcombing, they might also be asked to bring a bucket or a bag to put whatever little shells and trinkets they might find on the beach.
Okay. One of our listeners wanted to know what is the age range for camp attendees. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. All right. Our age range is from 5 years old to 14 years old.
Okay.
All right. Currently, at the moment, both boys and girls all welcome. All right. So we have a ratio. Our maximum per week is 16 children. We don't take more than 16 per week. All right. And we have 3 counselors, so it's a good ratio. It's about 5 to 1. All right. So that's our age range.
So 16 is your maximum, and the camp runs for how many weeks? It will run for?
This week it's going to run for 4 weeks, starting in July on July 10th to August 14th. All right. The day begins at 8:30 a.m., so you can start dropping off the campers then, and pickup time is at 5:30 p.m. All right, so it's a full day camp. We do also offer half day camps. So if someone can't do the full day or they have other activities that they're going to be doing throughout the day, then they can either do the morning half or the evening half. And they could even look at the schedule and see, well, I think that my kid will be more interested in this portion of the camp versus that portion. And they could, like some people do it that way too, just do the later half in the afternoons. So they can choose to do that. So we do have partial. Or if you just want to do a drop-in for one day, we also do have drop-in rates.
Okay. And that schedule will be available when you said? Is it available now? But you will have it posted on your website as well?
It will be posted on our website by the end of the month, but we do have it available now. All right. People can register and sign up for the camp. All right. You could just, like I said, call us on 946-1241 or at our email. All right, purpledragoncayman.com, and we'll send you the information. We do have it available.
Okay. Costs, that's, I'm sure that everyone will have their concerns about cost. How affordable is it?
Sure. The cost for this full day camp is just $300 per week, all right, for the entire day. We also offer discounts if you're doing multiple weeks, more than 1 week, or if you have multiple children. Yeah. All right, and of course, there's different rates if you're just going to do the half day or just the drop-ins. Yes, but the basic cost is $300 per week.
Okay. And why Purple Dragons summer camp? I know we spoke earlier about some of the activities and stuff, but convince me to send my child to Purple Dragon Open. And at some point in time, I know that you have pointed out to us that it is not necessarily related to martial arts training, but for those who may be interested in not just the summer camp, but having their youngsters participate in the martial arts portion of it. Talk about the discipline, how it prepares a youngster mentally and physically as well, if we get the opportunity to do that. But let's talk about it.
All right, well, let's talk about first why choose Purple
Yes.
Dragon Summer Camp. All right, our camp is unique in that we engage our campers in more than just karate. We get them involved in developing their community and in community awareness, and learn about their cultural identity and developing their general knowledge, in staying active, all right, while having fun all summer long. We call it edutainment, all right, which is what kids are looking for most of the time during summer, all right? They want to have fun, even though we try to sneak in the education and the learning in there. All right, it's not boring at all, all right? So I would say that is the main reason why you should choose a Purple Dragon Summer Camp, because of the diversity that we offer, all right, and the level of fun activity that we offer. It will be a hit. So please come to the camp.
Okay, Ms. Sharika, anything you want to add to that?
Yes. Many parents often ask, as Shan mentioned just now, one of the benefits of doing our camp, if your child might be interested in doing a new sport and they want to try out karate, it's an opportunity for them to come in and test out to see what it's like before they make a commitment to get signed up or registered. We did say that there's option for doing either full day or half day camps. Parents might ask, what part of the day do they get to actually try or practice the martial arts? It doesn't matter whether you do, if you're, for example, if you're doing half a day, it doesn't matter if you're doing the morning half or the afternoon half, because the martial arts is incorporated throughout the day.
Yeah. You know, another good thing about the camp is that the kids get to make new friends.
Yes.
They do. Yes. They come and they get engaged. They learn to interact with one another. They learn to problem solve and deal with conflict, because, you know, it's kids in that environment. So they also get to learn that skill, of course, with the guidance of the counselors that are in there. So they have fun. They get to try that new sport, karate, all right, like Ms. Sharika said. And it's just engaging for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about some of the benefits now of the martial arts in itself.
All right. Okay, well, our style of martial arts is called Danjitsuru, all right? And martial arts, in my experience, all right, develops, you know, that determination. It does. The determination for you to win, determination to overcome all challenges, gives you that strength to say no when you have to, all right? It gives you a strong sense of justice and honor. It helps to build up your integrity, all right? It teaches you that hard work works, all right? That you should train and not just train your body and your mind according to someone else, but train it to the best of your ability, all right? Because sometimes imitation is a limitation, even though you do need to look at somebody else to see what is possible, but don't just limit yourself to what they can do. Try to do the best that you can, and don't just measure yourself by them. Also, to give service to other people, that, you know, he who is strong must help those who are not as strong, all right? So it's part of that. It's just a whole culture, mindset, and a lifestyle. All right, it's knowing that you have unlimited talent within you. Of course, teaching you respect and to remember where it is that you came from. At one time, you may not have been as strong, so help those that are coming along. All right, and to know that, you know, your future depends on your positive efforts. What you do today will determine who you'll become tomorrow. This is all part of our philosophy, all right, that we teach in the martial arts. So it's not just kicking and punching, but it's so much benefit that could help all aspects of a person's lives, whether it be kids or adults, all right? So I am a strong advocate for learning and practicing martial arts. I'm a lifelong member.
Excellent, excellent. We're going to go to a commercial break, folks. When we return, the conversation with Ms. Sharika McTavish and Sheehan Floyd Baptiste from Purple Dragon Cayman will continue, so please stay tuned. Business Buzz will be back shortly.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Circle of Love Women's Ministry is celebrating 10 years of impacting the children of the Cayman Islands. I'm Liam Robertson. I've been attending this event since 3 years old. Thank you to the community partners for inspiring children like me. The Ministry of Innovation and Social Development, Ministry of Education, Multimedia, Burger King, Persona Events, Carton Properties, MJ Party Rentals, Caliente Productions, Mitchell's Trucking. Thank you for investing in the children of the Cayman Islands.
Backed by popular demand, the Department of Agriculture is hosting its 4-day home gardening course on Saturdays from the 6th to the 27th of May from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This course is ideal for backyard farmers seeking to add value to their crops or individuals interested in starting or improving their garden at home. Seats are limited and the cost is $50 per person, so register today. Visit the DOA website, doa.gov.ky, or their Facebook or Instagram page at Agriculture Cayman to register.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. We were in the last segment of the show this morning. We're talking about Purple Dragon Cayman. We're talking about their summer camp. The conversation is taking place with Miss Sharika McTavish and Sheehan Floyd Baptiste. I think we're going to be talking some more about the program itself. What I find very interesting and attractive about your program is the fact that you have limited the number of participants per week in there or per day, so that you don't oversubscribe, so that you can give the quality attention to the participants. Sometimes you have some businesses have a tendency to oversubscribe, and they do that to the detriment of the quality, of the service that they provide as well. So I find that really, really interesting that you limited it to 16.
Yes, and that was done on purpose. All right, because we want to make sure, and everything that we do, that we give a good service. All right, that the kids could go home and say, this is what I did today. We're not just in the babysitting service. We're not just babysitting them. We want to make sure that each day, each camper has learned something, all right, has had an experience that, they can remember, that they will talk about, all right, that could help them in the future.
Mm-hmm. And also, if I might add to that,
Sure.
Another reason for us doing that is to ensure the safety of our campers, which is very important. I've personally seen other camps out with kids, and they might have, say, maybe 30 plus children, but there's no real supervision or control over such a large group, with only maybe 3 counselors to that large group. So we try to not have stuff like that happen within our camp.
Okay. So while you've said that there is no one typical day, within your summer camp, let's talk about some of the activities, in those days, starting, with the drop-off. You said drop-off should be by 8:30, is it?
Yes, drop-off is at 8:30. So let me just walk you through our schedule
Sure.
here.
Yes.
So 8:30 to 8:45 would be roll call, intros, go through the camp rules. Then we'd have some icebreaker games with the kids, kind of break this. So a lot of the kids may be nervous. It might be new because we have it weekly, and different kids come in. It might be new for them. They might be nervous. They haven't done this before, and their perception of what karate is might be scary. All right, so we have those icebreaker games where they work out together and they have fun and they relax. Then we'd have like a snack break around mid-morning. Then we'd get into a little bit of the karate and the basics and the punching and the history of it. All right, get them to understand it a little bit. Then we'd get in right after that would be what our theme is for the day. Like, so for example, if it's anti-bullying week, then we'd go through what is bullying, all right, and how do you deal with it, all right, how that program goes. From there. Just before lunch, we would have, again, another form of martial arts. We try to get the kids calm down a little bit, maybe a little bit of yoga, some meditation in there, and then we'd have our lunch break. After lunch, we'd start back up. We get to our karate basics again, going through a different aspect of the martial arts, whether it be, if we did in the morning, we did blocks and punches. Then in the evening, we'd go through maybe self-defense techniques, basic kicks, things like that. All right. Then we'd have our field trip, all right, depending on where the field trip is on that day. We'd go out to the field trip, or we would have a guest speaker come in. We might have somebody from the RCIPS. If it's anti-bullying, we come in and talk to the kids about it and things that they can do in order to prevent it, and what they should do if they see someone else getting bullied, all right. Then we would have our kids join in to one of our introductory classes, all right, where one of the more formal structured classes, they get to do that, all right, coming down into the later part of the afternoon, all right, and then when it's time for pickup, we let them wind down around 5 p.m. If they'd have another snack, and it'd be a little bit of free time or movie time for them. And that's just one day. The next day would be a different story, right? Where, again, it would start off with the camp rules and introductions and icebreaker games and so on, all right? But then we might watch maybe, like I said, if it's anti-bullying week, a documentary, all right, on anti-bullying, all right? Then they'd have their snack. Then we'd go fishing, all right? And then we'd have an informal discussion and also, give the kids a chance to socialize together, all right? And if anybody wants to, talk with one of the counselors, talk among themselves, we do that on the fishing trip. Fishing is more than just fishing. It's not just looking for the fish. Lots of good things happen there, all right? Then we may have a guest speaker come in, maybe from the Alex Panton Foundation, to come and talk to them, all right? And then it might be, after that, might be playtime at Camana Bay at the water fountains. All right, and then again, the regular karate class, they get to join that introductory class, and then they wind down again to have a snack in the evening time, or watch a movie, have some free time. And it goes like that for each week. If it's a culture week, then it's that, but just focus more on culture. They'll have tours to the Mission House, all right, or the National Museum, or go beachcombing, all right, or go to Pedro Castle, all right, or have a guest speaker come in to talk about it. So I'm excited about this year's camp. Let me tell you about some of the themes we have for this year's camp.
Sure. While you're looking for that, you mentioned some organizations, and it would appear as if how receptive or how receptive are they to requests? Because we know that they want to get their messages across as well when it comes to, anti-bullying or mental health. How do you identify it if you're having, issues, thoughts, what to do, who to contact? How receptive are these organizations in terms of coming to your camp and talking to your youngsters? How have you found that?
Oh, we find them very receptive. Once we give them enough advance notice that they can make the preparations, which is why we are starting this now, even though this camp starts in July. We have to put this in place now and get them to come, that they're quite receptive to get their message across. And I do think most of them have an important message to give to the kids, all right? Whether that be people from the fire service talking about fire safety, like we said, or people from the Alex Panton Foundation or the RCIPS, all right? Or from the National Gallery.
Family Resource Center.
Oh, the Family Resource Center, all right? They're part of their mission is to spread that education. And not only the partnership with us, but they also love the partnership with other organizations to do it. So we're glad to be a part of it. We're happy to be a part of it. And, once we give them enough advance notice that they can prepare properly to do a good job, then they're very receptive.
Excellent.
We're happy to have them.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right. Yes, we were talking about some of the themes that we'd have for this week. Ms. Sharika will take that one.
Okay, so this year, as Sheehan mentioned earlier in the program, normally we would sometimes have maybe 6 to 8 weeks of camp. This year, we're only running 4 weeks of camp. For camp this year, the themes that we'll be using is Culture Week, Wildlife Week, Sports and Games Week, and Anti-Bullying Week.
Okay.
Yeah. So what that also means is that camp is going to fill up quite quickly. All right, not just from our own membership. So if it, which we try to give them a priority our own membership to sign up. So if you are not part of the Purple Dragon organization, we encourage you to call in. All right, and get your kids registered. We already have a few registrations already before it fills up, because there's limited amount available this year. It's only 4 weeks.
And there's not much flexibility that you have in terms of increasing those numbers, or what, or is there any flexibility?
There is, if need be, we can do our best, all right, to see if we can get another vehicle, all right, because we do have tours every week, all right, most days of the week. So that would be one of the main limiting factors. We can, all right, but we wouldn't know that unless we have the numbers coming early, so that we can make that preparation. So if you are interested, please let us know, all right. So if we know that the numbers are going to be beyond 16, we could try to make arrangements early to see if we could accommodate as many participants as possible safely.
Okay. I want to give both of you an opportunity for some closing comments as well. Ms. Sharika, we'll start with you.
Thank you. So just a reminder for parents who are interested in having their kids sign up with our summer camp for this year. To get them registered, it's pretty simple, very easy. You could either call us on 946-1241, or you could also call our WhatsApp or Dojo cell number, which is 916-1416. You could also send us an email at purpledragoncayman@gmail.com, or you could send us a message on our social media platforms on Facebook or Instagram. Find us at Purple Dragon Cayman. It's really that easy.
Okay. Jean Baptiste?
Yes, I would just like to say thank you very much, OC, all right, for having us here on the Business Buzz, and thank you to Susan and all the supporting staff in here. We really do appreciate it, and just encourage everybody to contact us early, all right, to reserve your space, all right, to get the kids ready for the best summer of fun, sports, adventure, indoor and outdoor games that they could have.
And any new sign up, if they want to view the your venue, your location, let's remind them where you're located as well.
We're located at 313 Compass Drive on the second floor of the Reliable building. Now, usually when I'm given the directions, I like to tell persons to come to the side of the building that's closer to the back of Kirk Office Supplies.
Okay.
Because people tend to get lost trying to find us sometimes. So that's the easiest way to find us. Just look for Kirk Office Supplies, come to the back of that building, and we're right on the second floor of the Reliable building.
Okay, folks, that concludes this segment of the Business Buzz. It has been my pleasure filling in for Miss Anita Khan. I say to you, have a great day. Continue to listen to your favorite radio station, Radio Cayman.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman.
Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.